This match, in what is turned into a blood feud with the Young Bucks, who will be and the MJF and Chris Jericho. The Young Bucks are going to be defending the World Tag Team Championships against the two members of the Inner Circle. And over the past few weeks, we've seen MJF and Chris Jericho go to abnormal lengths to prove to the Young Bucks how serious they are about winning these titles. As you can see right here, they beat up and bloodied Papa Buck, making things very personable. At the go-home show, the Bucks got into a big schmoz with the Inner Circle and cut a passion promo about how much their father means to them and how MJF and Chris Jericho made this personal and crossed a line. And Trevor, we've talked about, MJF and how great he is, and I think this is a match where we're gonna hopefully see, I think, the chemistry with Jericho and MJF kind of come together. So what are you looking for in this tag team title match?
First and foremost, let's just give a shout out to the fact that Chris Jericho can put over anyone. Like
Literally.
he can. He definitely can. Now I like MJF. I liked MJF when I first saw MJF. But the main reason he is as over as he is because of his tag team partner, Chris Jericho. And and that team together is honestly, I didn't like it at first because I really liked Sammy Guevara and Jericho at first. I mean, I thought they complemented each other very well. But this tag team out of the Inner Circle is probably one of the best besides Ortiz and Santana. And yeah, I mean, I love this Chris Jericho. This grimy, I'm better than everyone. Fuck that. I'll do what it takes. Chris Jericho has always been my favorite Chris Jericho, even from his early days in WCW.
Mm.
Like I love this Chris Jericho. I think this is going to be probably one of the. I think this might be one of the most underrated matches because a lot of people think Jericho's past his prime. He's supporting a dad bod. Hey, dad bod's the end. Leave him alone. But he's still probably one of pro wrestling's goats. He is.
Yeah.
He definitely is. What he's done is never been done. And then you have the Young Bucks, who again, like we talked about last week, backyard wrestling to now. There've only been a few wrestlers that have done that transition like they've done, and they're one of them, and they've done it very well.
Yeah, man, I agree. And like, look, these two right here, just together, magic money right there. Like that
Absolutely.
is money. Like this, like
Absolutely.
everything they've done together is money. And I think making this feud personal, it gave it that extra oomph that it needed. Because you could have just had MJF and Jericho go out there and cut promos and be entertaining and be themselves, but they also showed a little bit of grit. They showed a little bit of fire in both I think MJF especially kind of needed this, because we've seen him cut promos and like, yeah, it's personal, great. But him like literally beating up Papa Buck and then them doing that, I think made this look even more better, and it made MJF look like a threat more so than usual, because usually he's just, he's talented. We all knew that, but he is kind of just like like a smart ass little jerk, right? But now he has like the thing, like I'm willing to go to lengths that you didn't even think I was. Like he's literally the biggest dick in pro wrestling, and it's amazing for the product. Like this is the man at the Brody Lee Memorial Show. At the Brody Lee Memorial Show, he ripped off -1 Brody Lee's son's mask, like in front of him, just days after his dad passed away, and like obviously they had that cleared, and it was like beforehand, like everyone knew that was gonna happen, right?
Right.
But dude, for just this, for him to like do that, like he's perfect. He's the perfect heel to build this company around, and this is going a long way to doing that. And I'm excited for the match too, because like these boys can work. This is if there's potential to have a 5-star match, yeah, this is got right up there, and it's just one of like 10 amazing matches on the show. Like literally all of these matches that we're gonna talk about like could just like be 5-star matches. This is an amazing card.
You're absolutely right. The card is very, very long. It's so many names in this card. But like you said, MJF complete. He is the most satisfying asshole I've seen on wrestling in
Pause.
a long time. Like, but he has old school tones. He reminds me, certain parts of him remind me of Mr. Perfect, but a huge part of him reminds me of the model Rick Martel. Like
Mm.
that, the way he stomps around and just walks around. The whole "I'm better than you and you know it." Like, come on, like it. I just love that persona. Like, I mean, honestly, he took what the Miz is doing right now and added 1,000 to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He definitely did.
Yeah, and like again, he is obviously like one of the best young people in wrestling, and like for me, and like when I'm thinking about the future of AEW and the future of wrestling, like for me, I've always from the beginning, and like it's kind of apt that this happened in the beginning. Like if we're talking about like the heel and the face that I think are gonna define AEW for like the next decade, and the heel is obviously MJF, but for me, the face, and this might be a surprise to some people, I think it's Jungle Boy Jack Perry. Like he's obviously hasn't been highlighted as much as MJF, but I think it's because he's like growing. He's still like he's still like being primed for that position. But thanks for watching this video from Real Take Sports Talk. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Also remember to check out our live show every single Thursday at 8 p.m. right here on the YouTube channel. And remember, keep it real.